You are designing the 2009 Movie Magazine homepage for the English Club, which will replace the 2008 one made in the first term. Listen to Miss Green talking to Jackie about some suggestions she has for the homepage. Make any necessary changes to the 2008 Movie Magazine homepage on page 2 of the data file. Then use the information and other details from the data file to complete the 2009 homepage on page 7 of the question-answer book. You should also take notes on the note sheet for the news article on page 3 of the data file. You'll now have 1 minute to look at pages 2 and 3 of the data file and the 2009 Movie Magazine homepage on page 7 of the question-answer book before you listen.
All right, team, I think you did a fantastic job together last year, but I think we need to update the site for 2009. Here's a copy of the 2008 Movie Magazine homepage. Why don't you make notes about the changes on this copy? Then you can use it to design the one for this year.
All right, Miss Green, I'm ready.
First of all, to be honest, I really don't like the title Film Watch. It's a bit dull, and I think you need something more interesting. How does The Big Picture sound to you?
The Big Picture. Yeah, I think that sounds much better.
Oh.
All right, let me write that down. The Big Picture.
And let's not have the title in the middle. Most titles on websites tend to be fairly small. Let's put it in the box in the top left-hand corner and put whatever photo we have in that middle section. It'll be much more eye-catching there.
So just switch the title and the photo around then?
That's right. There's a photo from an old movie we can use for the page. Just write photo for the time being.
OK. Photo. Done.
Now, let's have a look at the other boxes in the top row.
You mean chat, reviews and latest?
Yes. I'm not sure chat is really the word we're looking for. And if you look at the articles in this section, they're nearly all interviews. So why don't we simply have the word interviews instead of chat?
That makes sense. Interviews. That's one word, right? Got that.
I'm also not very keen on the word latest. If we replace that with the word news, we'll have 3 rhyming words at the top. Interviews, reviews and news. Oh, on second thoughts, I think news should come first, don't you? So let's switch them around. News first, then reviews, then interviews. In that order. Got that?
News, reviews and interviews. That last one in the top right-hand corner.
Great.
What reviews should we include?
Let's have one for Sabrina, the famous love story with Humphrey Bogart and Audrey Hepburn. And then maybe one more. How about The 100 Toes of Dr. something or other? Oh, I can't remember the title, but I know it begins with the and has a number in it. It's one of the film festival movies that's showing at the weekend. If you check the schedule, you'll see it there.
How do you spell Sabrina?
Look it up in the information from hollyclassic.com webpage. I'll attach it to the email. I'll send to Sandy.
Is there anything else you want to change?
Let's have a look. What are these things down the left-hand side? Screen test? Whose line is it? Are those monthly features?
Yes. One's a quiz, and the other one's about famous lines from the movies. You know, like, May the Force be with you.
OK. And what's this picture of an eye with a question mark?
Well, the reader has to guess which movie star it is just from looking at a small bit of the person's face.
So they're all competitions of one kind or another then?
Yeah, That's the idea.
In that case, I think you should write competitions in the text box above screen test and whose line is it, and the question mark quiz. Actually, it's not really very clear that the eye is related to a competition. Perhaps we can come up with another competition title which you can write above the picture of the eye. Something interesting again. I'll email Sandy later if I think of anything. Oh dear, is that the time? I have a staff meeting in a few minutes. One more thing. I think we can keep the bottom right-hand corner for library notices, but you'll need to update this for the homepage. Put 2009 instead of 2008, and find out what new stock has come in this year from the library newsletter.
What about the rest of the homepage, Miss Green?
I'll deal with that in the email, but before I go, I just want to say a few things about the news article I want Sandy to write. Perhaps you can make some notes in the space next to the magazine page.
OK.
I want the subject of the news article to be the film festival that's running in Hong Kong this month. It's a series of classic films from the 1930s, 40s and 50s. A good title for the article would be Hollywood, 30 Years of Movie Magic. You see, the festival covers a 30-year period and includes some of the best-loved films of all time. They have that special magical quality only Hollywood movies seem to have.
Hollywood. 30 years of movie magic. OK, I'll tell Sandy to use that title.
Yes, Sandy can save the title for the article, but put Classic Film Festival in the box under News on the Movie Magazine homepage.
Oh, the Movie Magazine homepage again. Just a moment. OK, Classic Film Festival.
But Sandy should use the title I mentioned for the actual article, remember?
OK. Have you got time to talk about the follow-up activities to the film festival, Miss Green? I can make a note of those here on the note sheet for the article too.
Yes, I've thought about those. I think the school orchestra should give a concert with some famous film music. The members should find what musical scores are available and practice them.
A concert? Well, I guess so. I think the orchestra will need quite a bit of practice, though. Sandy and I thought there could be a drama competition too.
What do you mean?
Well, a group of students could act out their favourite scene from the movies.
Act out a scene. Now there's a good idea. A drama competition. Great! One thing we definitely have to do is use one of the movies for an SBA task.
SBA?
Oh, come on, Jackie. School-based assessment task. You've been practicing them for a year or so now.
Oh, the presentation and discussion. How could I forget?
Listen, I've got to run. I'm late for my meeting already. I'll have to send you and Sandy a list of the rest of the things that need doing in the email. Anyhow, you can get started on the homepage now.
OK, Miss Green. See you later.
This is the end of the listening component of this test. Take off your earphones and turn off your radio.